Okay, so I start. Yeah, I start the recording, and I say welcome to everybody. I will introduce the speaker for today. So today we have a very experienced speaker, Francesca Gamicchia from Italy. She has been a Toastmaster for a while. She had multiple positions, like even leadership, like area division director. And by profession, she's a trainer, a coach as well. She was a coach even for some TEDx speakers. And she has experience of online clubs since she's trying to, let's say, establish a new club where really they work mostly online. For example, club in Rimini, and
mostly.
Alpha Last, Rimini and Pisa. And that's why I asked her today to give us some best practices. And of course, as well, we will have some time to share ideas. So let's keep it like a collaborative session where we can help each other, because I think it's very important in this time really to learn something new, and online clubs and meetings are very important for us. And since I'm a PQD, I say it's important as well that not only we do it, but with good quality for our members. So now, Francesca, it's to you.
Thank you, Lorenzo, for the very nice presentation. I hope that I will not disappoint anybody. At the end of this session, after such a presentation, I feel like a weight above my shoulders. So the first things that I want to tell to you, everybody, you did already the first step because you are here inside a Zoom meeting. So probably you are the best person to organize your online meeting tomorrow, starting for tomorrow. I have to add something to the Lorenzo presentation. We start. I am a proud member of two clubs, Pisa, the club that I'm founding, and Toastmasters Inail. Both clubs are based in Italy, one in Rome and one in Pisa. And just because Pisa is a little bit far away from other clubs, the first club is in Florence, and this is more or less 1.5 hours. So we had, at the beginning of this journey, we had to arrange something, because I was the VP. I am still the VP of the club, and we wanted to keep the quality of the meetings. So how we can have quality of the meeting if we have not enough people in the city? The solution was Zoom for us, but you can also use Zoom or a platform. We use Zoom because we use Zoom solution. We have people in English, and through a system of free webcams and a very huge screen, we had the opportunity to connect other people from other clubs. And the very nice this was from Italy, and not only Italy, also from Germany and Switzerland. They joined our meetings, so we could have a good quality of the meetings, because we arranged to have 20 or even more people in the meeting. And this is the first good point for online meetings, in my opinion. For today, for our reason, I will not speak about how to conduct meetings generally, but we just touch on the point that we are currently conducting the good meetings physically. So I will speak about differences between physical and online meetings, and I will speak about technical arrangement and the use of this Zoom tool. I have this presentation before the meeting, during the meeting, and after the meeting. So let's start with something. And before the meeting, the first things to do is to select a proper platform, Zoom and GoToMeeting. 2 years ago, Zoom was not the best tool, but now the developer has made some adjustment, and the good point of GoToMeeting nowadays is that it is in Italian language. The was most common in the world, but if members and not having the members who use Zoom, you can use GoToMeeting. Then I'm sharing with you a screenshot about the Zoom platform. Now I'm going to Zoom because the details they can make available for you. So I think it's proper to speak to focus about Zoom. When you downloaded your Zoom application on your mobile phone or on your PC, you will see something like this. This is a screenshot from my computer. So I have here the opportunity to start right now a new meeting. I can join a meeting, so that means someone else created a meeting, and this is the action that you did tonight to join this meeting. I can schedule a new meeting, and This action is the action that you will do to create a meeting for your club. After that, you will see another other options to select. First of all, you can change the name of your meeting. So by default, you will have your name, Francesca, for example. This is my account, Francesca, so the meeting will be Francesca Gammicchia Zoom meeting, very general, but I can change, and you will put the name of your club. Then you can select a date, a time, everything, and also a time zone. This you do if you want to make a one-shot meeting. But if you want, and I suggest you this option, if you want to have one link, and this link is permanent for your club meetings, then you have to select recurring meeting. By selecting recurring meeting, you will create a link that will you don't need to change every time. So you can put in your Facebook page, you can put on LinkedIn, you can put everywhere this link, and this link will be forever. So it's very useful for people to connect easily, and also for advertisement. By scrolling down, you will see also other options. Here are the advanced options. For example, mute participants on entry. If you click here, all participants will be muted by default when they enter the meeting. And here you can see other nice option. This is a password. I usually don't use the password, but because that makes things a little bit complicated for people. But if you feel the need to use a password, here is the place to do it. You will find a code number by default, but you can change it and you can use the password you like more. When you finish to set up your meeting, you just click this button, schedule, and you create a meeting. You created a meeting. And this will be the screen that you will see after the creation of the meeting. In this case, I'm sharing with you my personal Zoom account. So here on the left, there's all the meetings I have created. If I want to start this meeting, Sviluppo del Talento, I'll just push this button here, start. If I want to share the invitation, I can click on this button, copy invitation, and then I can go to WhatsApp, Facebook, or whatever I want, and just by Control V, copy and paste. What else make the master? He can record the meeting. You can record direct to the cloud. Here you can see also all other options, and these options are available also for all participants. Mute, stop the video, invite the people. If you push to invite, you will have the link again, and you can use it to share the Telegram, WhatsApp, and whatever. You can share this for shared documents. So now I am sharing my screen, but I could share also other stuff like pictures, video, documents, whatever. And chat is if you want to speak with, to chat with other people. If you try to push this button now in your account, you will see that you can have basically two opportunities. You can chat with everyone, or you can select a participant and have a private chat with another participant. Next role that I like, and it's very important, it's crucial, it's the timer. The timer is important as well in the physical Toastmasters meeting and also in the online meeting. What's the difference? The difference is how you will tell to other people that the time is over, the time is almost over. Well, you can, for papers, I don't have right now the green card, the yellow card, or whatever, but I suggest you to put the card like this. So close to your face, but don't cover your face, because you can also, if you cover your face, you will miss part of the meeting.
So mute yourself if you're not speaking.
Sì, ma lo tiriamo fuori quello che c'è dentro.
Possiamo mutare chi è che sta?
Michele, can you please mute the people who are making noise, because I don't have the power anymore. Thank you.
Thank you, Michele. Okay. The timer, he has also another you make it available on our district YouTube channel. So it will be also available for everyone else. And this is again also a public relation tool that we can use. After the meeting, I think it's also important to give some advice for the next meeting, and this is the same we do in the normal physical meeting, that we advertise when we will see again and where we will see again. In this case, with Zoom, we have Pro to create a virtual space, which is always the same, because the link is always the same. I think I have finished with the basics of Zoom, for using Zoom like a tool for online meetings. And now I would like to leave this virtual stage to Michele, because Michele is a proud member of Millionaires, and he ran already a contest online. So he can show us where are the commands to create a room, a separate room, where the judge can move and collect, and I mean the chief judge can move with the ballots counter to count the ballots. And after Michele, we are here to answer, to reply all your questions. Michele.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
No, we hear you very low.
Not very well.
Very low?
Yeah.
No, I'm so sorry. I tried to scream because I'm using an old PC. Can you hear me now? I'm trying to really do my best with all the microphone. So I shared my screen.
You can try to scream.
Yeah, I am screaming already.
Okay, it's better if you scream.
Okay. So I want to show you the premises about the configuration of the account. So you need really, in the in-meeting advanced features, you need to set the breakout room. So you need to allow the host to create breakout rooms. Okay. This is very important because every meeting that you are creating, like Francesca showed to us, you will be able to create a breakout room. As millionaires, we have a really short experience, but I participate to the buddies online meeting and contest and they really managed to carry on a contest without any breakout rooms. But for us, it was very important because we used the breakout room to meet before the meeting started, before the start of the meeting with the judges, with the contestants.
Yeah, sorry, Michele, it's quite difficult to hear you. So,
Okay.
yeah, maybe I don't know. So maybe I can explain a bit if you tell me the topics and then you can show it because otherwise. And then maybe I just do like a bit of, let's call it, introduction about the breakout rooms, what Michele was explaining, and maybe please complete. So the idea is that with room, you can divide people in different rooms, like will be a physical room. So let's say, okay, go in the other room, come here. And this is what you can do with Zoom as well. And what Michele was showing is, in order to do that, you need to make sure that these breakout rooms are set in advance. Otherwise, it's not possible to use them. And the only person can do it is the one who owns the account, because you need a Zoom account that is a pro. This means that is paid. And since I saw a lot of questions in the chat about this topic, the idea is that, like district, we are supporting and every week we
so it's really to go in the some completion so you every you are preparing and you are to create rooms. So you can see you can see this icon perhaps rooms. Hello, really you do the rooms. This online already a short things we like as millionaires we had only one online was so but this didn't use the rooms. But for us very useful because people understand in one room the with the messages, so it was very useful. And the end of it we put all the ballot counter in another breakout room, and so they were able to work and share the results. So when you have this stop it.
And I think and you know, rooms are mostly useful for contests, not meetings.
Yes, it was. Meantime, I invited Michele because he had a very nice experience and there is a similar weakness that contests are possible online, and if you have to do it, just reach your officer because it is simple to do, and it is also an opportunity for leadership experience or technical experience that maybe can be useful for people that even after the crisis they will lose online needs or job to do the web, the web lab and everything. I think first of all, the questions I want to close with my personal experience in making all the meetings. 2 years ago, it was difficult to start for me to stay in front of a video camera to manage several inputs arriving from the same PC. But now I'm very happy that I accepted this challenge for my lab because I'm using this experience in my personal life and in my personal job. So I'm in the position to deliver a coaching session in a city that is 100 kilometers far away from here because I can't do it. So as each experience we do in the masters, all these experience too will be useful for you even outside of the lab. And this is the message that you can share with your fellow members. Open the floor. Yes.
Any more questions? I
would like to people mute. I think we're gonna yes.
Can you please? Okay, so let's start with that. Maybe I read the question and you can answer, okay? So, and you need to unmute yourself as well, Francesca. So, how do you do virtual backgrounds? We've seen some people, they have some virtual backgrounds, and it's very nice. Can you explain how to do it?
I can explain, but I cannot show you right now how to do it because this is in the general setting. So, before you join a meeting, you have icons. This is the icon. So, come si dice Ghiera di Lorenzo aiutami tu.
Okay. I don't know.
Grid.
There's a grid on the right part of your screen, and by selecting this, you will be delivered in another windows, and on the left of these windows, you will see different options, and then there's an option with the screen. You will recognize it because it's also the name that Zoom is using is very easy to understand. And then you can select fixed screen or also some screen that is moving. Yesterday, for the first time, I saw one person having screen like a huge supermarket with people walking around, and it was like, oh my God, where are you? He was in his room actually.
Yeah, and maybe let's call in. If you see you have a box or in the computer, you have this video, and if you click on the arrows here, okay, what you're going to see is a virtual background, and if you click there, you can choose the background. Okay, so I cannot able to show you like now everything, but it's under video, and you see the small arrow, and you open it, you have a menu, and it's called virtual background, and you can choose some virtual background like some of the people like Horatio is having, or uploading a picture, etc. And if there is some other expert want to explain, please.
You must ensure that you have a white background to your to your thing. So even my area here with the windows, even though it's white, it's too far away. So you either use a green screen with a green cloth, which you can buy on Amazon, or you have a white wall in particular, just to add there.
Exactly. Very good. So we can use all of the expertise in this one. Okay, but I got to another question. Is it possible for the public to vote anonymously for the best table topic speaker and evaluators? So, okay.
I have no experience in total fully anonymous vote, but we used to send all the votes to the ballots counter, and it will be almost anonymous because it is the only way I know right now.
Excellent. So I know that there is so if you are the Zoomhost, that I'm not now, so Michele can do it, there is a pool where you can ask questions. And only the Zoomhost can, let's say, ask this question and everybody can vote. I think is anonymous, or at least only the host will see it. So it's very similar. And in my experience, otherwise you really need to use chat. Say sending private message to Francesca, for example, this is what I'm voting. But there is a pool system that the host can use. I don't know if we have somebody else that have experience with this one. Sure.
Vediamo.
Okay.
This is a nice question. Do you encourage speakers to capture their body during speech? I think this is a strategy choose.
Okay.
I saw people staying in front of the camera like me right now, that I'm showing you all my face, and I saw also people that keep taking distance from the camera and playing with the space, like in a real movie, that they was like this, they coming in front of the camera and then they go away. So it is a strategy selection, I think.
Yeah, exactly. And I think as well, when you are official contest, what you need to see is at least the upper body. So you need to see the ends. I cannot do now, but usually you need to go a bit out, far from the camera, so your upper body at least is visible. That will be the point, so you can use.
There's also here some point about the host must open the meeting. It depends on the setting. There's one setting, and if that only the host can open the meeting, and the other participant will see a message like the host is not available or something like this. But you can also decide to leave this flag away, and the first people that join the meeting will actually open the meeting. And I think a very good future of Zoom is that if the host leave the meeting, not end the meeting. If for example the internet connection is bad and the host fell down, the meeting will still is still there, so other people can follow their activities as normal, and then the host can join the meeting later.
Oh, very good. Okay, so I go on with the next question. How do people vote for the best speakers? I think it's similar to the previous one. On table topics. apps for timers. Can you name some? Do you have some apps you can suggest that the timer can use on top of using, let's say, cards as you explained before?
I have a bad memory, but I can collect some names for you, because I personally use the cards, not the app. But there's some nerds that they use app, and so I will share with you later this. This.
Exactly. And a trick I've seen myself this morning, but I never use. If you use a virtual background, okay, you can change the color of your virtual background, like green, yellow, and red. So if you're a few attendees and I'm the timer, you will see my back green, yellow, and red because changing virtual backgrounds.
Oh,
like
that's
some
cool.
of you already, yeah. But this is already a bit profi, and probably you need to test it. But it's something that. Okay, so I don't know if somebody, let's say, has our suggestion about the timer also. In case unmute yourself.
I used the chat directly to the speaker, and the speaker had just to make chat, and you can choose to make a private messages or public messages. And if you write directly to one speaker, he or she can see red, green, yellow. This is my experience as a timer to.
This is adding on this discussion on the timer. I've been in a virtual club for 2 years, and we use Zoom as well. We do use normal timer cards, and the best practice that I have is for the speaker to use the pin screen so that you will always see the timer in your face. You don't need to see any others if you don't want to. At least in the top grid, you would have the timer right there, so you can get to see the cards. I would not, as a speaker, tangle with the chat at all. I'm speaking. I'm not there to chit-chat on the chat of Zoom. That is my best practice. So use the normal standard color cards and make sure that the timer keeps them up all the time and doesn't only show when the card transitions to the next color and takes it down, as much as we do it for the contest. So always show the card for the whole time once the color is up.
Yeah, and this is, thank you, Luca, very good. And just because you mentioned, you said pin the timer, just for the people to explain, maybe Luca, you can explain what does it mean, pin the timer, if it's okay.
Yes, there is an option where normally Zoom has a feature where the screen changes to the active speaker, which sometimes is a nuisance because not everyone is muted. That person will pop up on your screen as if you're talking to them. It was just maybe a noise. If you want to avoid that, you can pin a speaker, a specific speaker on your screen and have that always be shown. In that case, if you're listening to a speaker, you might want to put the speaker. But if you are the speaker, then you could pin the timer so that you will always have the timer in front of you and you'll be able to actually see the cards coming up as your time lapses.
And Luca, how do you manage the votes in your club?
The votes, you said?
Yes.
Yeah, we don't do votes.
The best speaker or the.
We don't do those.
Okay.
Actually, I used to do something when I was a speaker in an online meeting to keep sight of timer, and also I like to see my audience. I used to use the grid visualization of everyone, so there is the way to see everyone. But I just participated to a meeting with more than 25 hosts or members, and I found a little option in the general options on Zoom to see to see 49 maximum guests in the meeting. Another option you can use is to hide who is not sharing their video. This is also doable clicking on the pin video button, the 3 dots in the top left of everyone image. And then another minor thing I kept in mind doing the Zoom Master. So for many meetings in Pisa, there was a hybrid meeting. So in part in the audience, was physically in the room, in part from home. I used to have another job, another minor job. This is to pin the correct video to show it to the projector for the audience in the room, because it's a good thing to put the right video to show to everyone there.
Thank you very much, Orazio. Yeah, maybe I go on with the next question. And Beata, I saw you raise the hand. Just to read the question in the chat first when I call people. What is the best way to manage the situation when one of the speakers has a slow connection and he or she can deliver the speech of a scheduled meeting? So I think it's the point about a slow connection and in some way is not able to deliver the speech because of these slow connections. You have some recommendation?
Well, my recommendation is to skip the speech and go to the next speech, and in this time the speaker can try to connect with the mobile, the smartphone, because maybe he's trying to maybe the bad connection is at home, but from the smartphone it will be okay, or he can ask someone else in the house to give his or her smartphone, and let's try with another supplier, because otherwise I think the only solution is to cancel the speech, and deliver it the next meeting.
Okay, thank you very much.
I don't know if someone else has some suggestion about this, but it's just a bad experience for the attendees to listen to a speaker which is interrupting more all the time, because the connection is bad, because the speech and the message, it doesn't arrive. So why keep it? Instead to waste opportunity, I will just prepare myself with a better connection next time.
Okay. If there is no other people wants to give some suggestion, of course I agree with Francesca. So it will be very difficult, and better if you have another device, maybe the mobile phones, or like a backup on top of computer. So maybe you can just join. So I have another question.
Like me, for example, right now I am connected with 2 devices.
Yeah, exactly. Very good. So I have another question. Who has the rights to move people from breakout rooms? Only the Zoom host, or also the co-host? This specifically is actually only the host has the power to create the rooms and move people. The co-host can see the rooms and let's say go from one to the other. The idea is if you are interested, now maybe what if you, Francesca, agree, we can do a simulation of the breakout rooms, of the work. What do you think? Since I have a question.
You are the host, right?
Yeah, now I ask back the rights.
Yeah,
so it's just for you. Maybe now I divide you in rooms and then I call you back. So, but just to experience the idea that you can divide people in different rooms. You can set up in advance, but it's the work from the host. For now, I will just create random rooms and we'll assign it. Okay. I create 4 rooms.
Could you please share your screen so we can see how you divide these great rooms? Thank you.
It doesn't work, because if I share my screen, you don't see the breakout rooms. What I can do is to take a screenshot, and then I can show to you in a second phase. That's what I can do. So I take the screenshot. Okay. and then when you are coming back, let me try. Okay.
I see here another nice question. How can the audience deliver evaluations ballot to the speaker?
Exactly. So we answer the question after we try all the breakout rooms. Now you will ask to be divided in breakout rooms. And you need to accept it. Okay, now I'm calling you back so you can come back to the main room, or it will be done automatically in 30 seconds.
There was a message, this room will be auto-destroyed in 3, 2, 1.
Exactly, that was me. That was me. It was very fast, like a journey, but it's just to give you an impression. So, and I think almost all people are coming back. Okay, so you should be now almost all back. It was very fast experience, but the idea was really just to see that you can divide people in rooms and only the host can do it. And there was one question, can you show how it's done? I cannot share screen, but I took a screenshot. So you can take a look at my screenshot. So the idea here is what I saw here before. I have this panel here on the